make sure you follow up upate hiyo link ya video. Okay, so let us begin today's class. Today's class is about search engine optimization. And a good friend of ours told us that search engine optimization is improving the visibility of your website on search engines such as Google. Sindio? Now, I want you to take note of this, improving the visibility. Okay, underline that. Now, even before we begin, let us understand that Google is not the internet. Okay, Google is a search engine. Nikisema search engine, I mean that it is a tool that allows anybody who can access it to come here and search for whatever thing they want from the internet. Okay, you remember in our previous classes we learned about the structure of the internet. So we had a computer on one side, we had the internet, and we also had web servers on the other end. Okay, so what Google does is give you the ability to look for things on the internet. Okay, so we call such a tool a search engine. Okay, so ndo mtu akikuuliza what is a search engine, you tell them it is a tool that allows you to look for things on the internet. Now, optimization, I think kwa wale wenye tunaelewa kizungu, we say that optimization is another word of configuring. So if I'm optimizing something, then I'm configuring it to be compatible with something else. Okay, so mtu akikwambia that I need my website to be search engine optimized, what they are saying is they needed their website to be configured so that search engines such as Google, such as Bing, such as DuckDuckGo, and many others can easily locate your website, okay, on the internet. Now, when you create a website, there are these files. I told you that a website inakuanga a collection of files. Now, when you create a website, automatically there are these files that are created zinaitwa sitemaps. Okay. Now, sitemaps are just a collection or a list of the web pages on your website. In our previous classes, we talked about how to create web pages, the different kind of pages on a website, blah, blah, blah. So when I say a website, when I say a sitemap is a list of the web pages on your website, I think we are on the same page. Okay, so just note that a sitemap it's a file that contains a list of the pages on your website. Okay, now these sitemaps or this file that we are calling sitemaps are the ones that we need to submit to Google, a search engine such as Google, telling it that, hey, we have created a website. Can you make it available so that when people come looking for it, they can actually locate it on the internet? Okay, so what we do is submit those files to Google search engine via a tool known as the Google Sitekit. Okay, so this is how it is done. I'm going to use a live website. Now, another thing, you have to know that the next steps we are going to take, we are going to submit these files yenye tumeongelelea hapa nikianza, the sitemaps. We are going to submit them to Google search engine to make them available where? On the internet. Okay, on the internet. Underline internet. Now, if you try to do this procedure on your local host, it will not work because Google cannot access files on your computer. Okay, so what we've been doing is on localhost. So if you try doing it on localhost, it will not work. That is why I'm going to use a live website to demonstrate whatever we are talking about. Okay, so I'm going to use a live website. Let me just use mine. for demonstration purposes. This only works on live websites. Okay, do not attempt it on a local host. It will not work. Okay, that is why I am using a live website. And by live, I mean that it has a domain name. It has a domain name, toropravin.co.ke. That is the domain name, and it also has a web hosting service. Okay, so I'm going to log in to that website and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, now first of all, turudi nyuma kidogo. So we have two things. We have sitemaps, which we need to submit them to our Google Search Console, to our Google Search tool. Okay, so we are going to need two plugins. Number one, a plugin is a search engine optimization kind of plugin. Okay, search engine optimization kind of plugin. So the most popular ones is zinakuanga mbili. Number one inakuanga rank math. I think mine has rank math. It is a plugin specifically used for search engine optimization, configuring a website for search engine optimizations kama Google, hizo. Okay. Another one inaitwa Yoast. This is the spelling. It is also a plugin. So many people use it. Many developers also use it as an alternative of this. Okay, but personally, I use this because this is what I hata sijui mbona I prefer this, but I just prefer this because I chose my tools, and I think I have mastered this more than this other one yenye inaitwa Yoast. Okay, so both of them, they work similarly for search engine optimization. So tool number one we are going to use is Rank Math. Acha to install Rank Math. I think everybody knows how to install a plugin right now. So I think everybody knows how to install a plugin right now. So we are going to install Rank Math, but mine is already installed. I just want to show you how it looks like so that you get the right plugin. Okay, this is how it looks like. Purplish, something kama hiyo. So mine is already activated and installed and activated. Okay, now the next thing we are going to need is another plugin for this. A plugin from the Google search engine. Okay, so a plugin from the Google search engine in it, or Google Site Kit. Google Site Kit. Okay, Google Site Kit. This is it. So mine is already activated, installed. I hope everybody knows how to install and activate. Okay, so and we said once you install a plugin, it appears on your left on the dashboard of your WordPress website. Okay, so let us go back to Rank Math. We've talked about Rank Math. Okay, now why am I opening Rank Math? Why is Rank Math? Ndio hii hapa. Why am I opening Rank Math? Because I want to locate my sitemaps. Okay, sitemap. That is where it is. So I told you before I even opened that website, I told you that we need these files. We need to locate them and submit them to Google. So this is where they are stored. Okay, in your search engine optimization plugin kama Rank Math. Ukikuja hapa kwa sitemap settings, utaona there is a link to your website. Okay, so nikiklik hapa, like on that link, this link ya sitemap, itanifungulia another link, alafu list the number of pages that I have on my website. So tulisema sitemaps ni a list of web pages on your website. Yeah, so that is it. Now take note of this link. Actually, this is what we are interested in. Okay, in any website, you're going to take note of that. So umefungua sitemaps, go to that URL hapo juu, copy this. Okay, you're copying that. Haya. The next thing tuliinstall Google Sitekit. Okay, tukasema kwa Google Sitekit, that is where we are going to submit our files, our sitemaps. So tunafungua Google Sitekit. This is how it looks like ukifungua. Okay, so there is the search console which is associated with the Google search engine. So tukisubmit our sitemaps here, inakuwa kitu kama hii. See full details. Okay, open it. Make note that we are accessing the search console. So there's a drop down pale, open it, alafu see full details. It opens this. This is what it opens. Such an interface. Okay. So on this interface, the only thing we're going to interact with is the sitemaps. You see that tab right there on your left? That is what we are going to interact with. So click on sitemaps. Give it some time to load, alafu you want to paste in your sitemap URL. Okay, ukisha paste hiyo, you can go ahead and submit. Sitemap submitted successfully. Okay, dismiss. Ikisema sitemaps zimekuwa successfully submitted, that means when somebody comes looking for my website, they are probably going to find it because what I have done is basic search engine optimization. I've told Google that, hey, this is my website. Kindly make it available for the people on the internet looking for it. Okay. So to confirm that you actually have submitted your sitemaps to Google, you open a new browser, kama hii, a new tab, alafu type in site full colon, then the full URL, the full domain name of your website. So like Mtoro Pravin is a domain name, mtoropravin.co.ke, then .co.ke, then hit enter. Yeah, so hit enter. If it brings you the pages that are available on your website, that means that you have successfully submitted your sitemaps. And if somebody comes looking for your website, probability is very high that they are going to land on your website. Okay, so like you can see, there's my homepage there, projects about Mtoro Pravin, and many more. Okay. Hi. I'm taking questions. So you may ask, how is it important? This is very important. If kama umefanyia somebody work, web design work, and you do not do this procedure, then ni kama utakuwa tu umefanya something on localhost. Okay, there will be no difference between you mwenye akona web hosting service and a domain name na ule mwenye amefanya kazi kwa localhost, kwa sababu the website may be live lakini Google does not know about it. So we must tell Google that, hey, there's a website here, do something about it. Okay, that is how important it is. Very, very important. Okay. Haya, maswali.
So when you, let's say you decide to code your project from scratch, you don't use WordPress, how do you make those sitemaps?
If you're not using WordPress, there's a way you search engine optimizer, lakini sasa hiyo, that is out of our scope because what we're using is we are using this a content management system. Okay, now another advantage of using content management systems, lakini there is also a way of search engine optimization when it comes to coding yenye si utatumia plugin like rank math and whatever. Okay, but for now it is out of our scope because we're not writing code. Sindio? You need
Okay.
DM me on TikTok. Uh-huh. I'm Honja. I can see your hand is up.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay, so do you use for your the work that you do professionally? Do you use WordPress for building your the websites, and you use the domain that you bought, right?
Yeah. So personally, I do that. I buy domains. I build the websites from scratch using WordPress.
Okay,
and
thank
also
you.
and also for my clients. So I don't use any other tool apart from AI and WordPress creating websites. Okay, Velma, your hand, I can see it.
Hi, are
Hi.
you going to show us how to buy domains and to put our websites live?
Exactly. Now you have come right on time. Guess what? That is what is next. That is what is next. We've looked at sitemaps and indexing. So domain names buying and how to go about it. That is what is next actually. So, if there is no question, let us jump straight into that. Sindio? Let us jump straight into that. Acha tufunge hizi because I think we are done with them unless kuna question ingine. Now. Attention. This is where you bring out your books, pens, recording devices and everything, ears and eyes. Sasa, kuna kuanga na okay, you remember we talked about kila kitu. We talked about localhost, we talked about content management systems. Tukasema localhost is a replacement of what would have been a web hosting service or a domain name. And the reason that we gave is that we were avoiding the cost of buying domain names and buying web hosting services because we were training ourselves on how to create websites. Now that we know something about creating websites, we can graduate. We can now graduate to from localhost to live websites. So how do we go about it? This is how you go about it. Kuna very many local and international companies that offer services. Domain names, they sell domain names. Web hosting services, they also sell web hosting services. Okay, so for my personal projects and for my clients, this is what I use. Okay, Host Pinnacle. Host Pinnacle, one of the best in Kenya. I can recommend it any day, anytime to any person. So it is a local company, Kenyan company. What it does is offer hosting services and domain names. You see, so you can come here buy domain names, and you can also come here buy hosting plans. Okay. Now, before hata tuendelee, let us look at something kuhusu domain names. Now, in our very first class, we defined what a domain and domain name is. Tukasema domain name is a very unique name that you give to your website to differentiate it from one website to another. Okay, as in there can never be two like this one. Hii yenye nilikuwa nimefungua mtoro pravin.co.ke. There can never be another mtoropravin.co.ke. Never, unless my domain name expires and I do not renew it. So what is going to happen is this seller, this provider is going to resell it to someone else. But there can never be two toroprovince.co.ke. Okay. Now, what makes a domain name unique? You see this? Is it No, this is suffix. The ending is suffix, right? Yeah, the ending is suffix. So the ending is what makes the difference. Is what brings the uniqueness. Because you can find somebody and it mtoropravin.com, co, maybe .com, not .co.ke. Okay, so Ronald, what makes the difference is the suffix, the ending of that domain name. Okay, that is why you will see kuna different suffixes za domains. Okay, so you can find amtoropravin.co.ke, amtoropravin.com, amtoropravin.org, .africa, .xyz, .net, and very many others, but you cannot find the two of the same. Okay, so the suffix is what makes the difference. That is what makes it unique, a domain name. Okay, so buying it is as easy as buying anything online. If you have ever bought anything online, it is just as easy as that. Okay, let us see if we can buy a domain name. Tunataka tununue a domain name, but before we do that, let us also look at web hosting services ama plans. So on this platform yenye I recommend, kuna hizi packages. Okay, so these are annual packages. Ukilipa saizi, like today is 12th of June next year, mpaka kama sahi you'll be renewing it. Kama ni the most affordable, I think ni 4200. Okay, now another thing I told you yesterday, somebody asked a very good question in class. Akauliza, why is their website hanging mara kwa mara? Now, when you're choosing a web hosting plan, you want to look at these things. Vitu kama speed, unaona, like 4 GB RAM of light speed server. Okay, anything below 4 is a red flag. Okay, so the more speed you have, also the more money you're going to pay. Okay, the more speed you have, the more money you're going to pay. Ni hivyo hivyo. Speed is very important. Speeding up your website. Now another thing is this also, the storage. How many websites can you host on that on that plan? Okay, so the bigger the storage, the more money you're going to pay. The bigger the storage, the more money you're going to pay. Ni hivyo hivyo. Lakini for beginners ama starters, there is a package for you there. The starter package. So getting started, you just click on that. Click on that. Yeah, of course. So nikiangalia, let me try and look for Mtoro Pravin. Let's see what happens. Mtoro Pravin. So I'm looking for a domain name. So to be sure that a domain name is available, you have to search for it. This is how you do it. mtoropravin.co.ke. Now that is the suffix. I can choose any other suffix. Like I want to show you that mtoropravin.co.ke is already taken. I'm going to nitoe kwanza. Check. Yeah, the domain entered is already registered with us. I will need to cancel it prior. Yeah, so let me check .com if we can find .com. mtoropravin.com is available at 1750. You see, so that is why I told you the suffix is what makes the difference. Okay, suffix ni ending. Yeah, so to continue, just continue. Ni kama to check out of any other item on the internet. So assuming you paid that amount for the domain name and the hosting plan, ukimaliza hivyo, what they are going to provide you is this control panel. Okay, so people, somebody may be asking, mbona sasa tulikuwa tunatumia Zamb and we can just maybe buy a domain name or buy a hosting service. So I want to show you the similarities between localhost Zamp and this. Look at the cPanel here. We also have a cPanel here. Okay, so in the beginning of the class, I told you that whatever we do whatever we do on localhost is just a replica of what is done online on live websites. So our representation of the cPanel here, this is it. Okay, that is why I told you that it is a replacement of uh, our hosting service. Okay, so nikifungua that cPanel, just similarly like we were doing here, I can access a dashboard. There's a dashboard here, the cPanel dashboard inakaa somehow different, lakini the nice thing with it is that it comes installed with WordPress. So it is just a click away to access WordPress. Nikiklik pale. So assuming we bought mtoropravin.co.ke domain name, now I need to install WordPress onto it. Okay, so ukishafanya hivyo, your domain names will just show there. Okay, so WordPress is just a click of a button away from being installed. Remember how we installed WordPress? We created a username and a password. Yeah, similarly, that is what we are going to do here. You see, so you can create an admin, username, password, the name of your website, hivyo. Okay, it is as easy as it is. Alafu ukishamaliza installing, of course, the WordPress dashboard inabaki ile, does not change. .co.ke. The WordPress dashboard does not change no matter where you are using it, be it on localhost or be it on a live website kama hii ya Mtoro Pravin. Acha turudi nyuma. You see, so this is a live website. You can access it. You can access the WordPress dashboard. Now that is how it looks. Hakuna tofauti. Okay. The only difference is that huko tulikuwa offline. Here we are online. Okay. Haya, questions before we move.
Now, I saw when you are buying a plan, it told us to choose a domain. And when we were choosing a hosting plan,
yes,
it told us to choose a domain
to
enter our domain name.
Yes.
And now in that plan, I'm seeing they are saying you can host a numerous, let's say, in some number of websites.
Yes.
Now, does that mean after buying that hosting plan, when we enter there is when they'll give us an option of adding another website, every time we want to host another website, we have again to purchase another plan?
No, you don't have to purchase a plan every time you buy a domain. Situlisema there's only one domain name for every website, but you can have several websites, several domain names under one plan, like I do here. You see, like I have one service, one web hosting service, that is the plan, but I have 4 domains under this service. You see, so you can have several websites under one web hosting service. Okay.
So when you buy a plan, like when you buy a plan, so as the thing is when you want to host another website in that plan is just buying another domain.
Yeah, you have to buy another domain. You cannot use one domain for maybe 2 or more websites. It is one domain, one website, one domain, one website.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other person with a question?
Question?
Yes, please.
Okay, so if you have like a domain name that you bought from another website and you want to like do all the process, you're not buying it from Host Pinnacle. So how do you go about it?
Yeah, so there's a migration process. I have never done it on Host Pinnacle. All my websites I just buy and I do everything on Host Pinnacle. So, but I understand that there is a migration process. If you want to migrate it, let me see if I can locate it. But sijawahi ifanya hapa, so I'm not sure where it is. But there's a migration process. You can migrate one domain name to your hosting plan. I think ni hapa, register new domain, ama transfer. I think it is here. Yeah, should be here. So domain name, example, authorization code. So it is it's a long process, I think, but it is doable. Okay. Maybe you bought it from another hosting plan, a hosting company, and you want to transfer it to Host Pinnacle. I think this is where you do your transfers from. Personally, sijawahi ifanya on Host Pinnacle, so I don't know how it is done exactly. But I know it is possible to transfer domains from one place to another. Okay.
Is Host Pinnacle
And hello?
is the Hosting Pinnacle hosting website or?
Yeah, it's a company that sells these services. You know, these are services. These are subscription services actually. Ni kama tu venye Azuku may sell you services za internet. Okay. So Host Pinnacle, they sell you hosting services and domain names. That is what they sell. So it is a company that is their product is domain names and web hosting services. So they have servers. You remember we talked about there's a structure we opened. I think it was on day one. So they have servers. Those servers store your website files. Okay. So for you to store your website files on those servers, you have to pay the owners. So the owners are Host Pinnacle. You have to pay them for you to store your website files on their infrastructure, the web servers. Okay. You have to pay
So
them.
one full host is how much?
A host, okay, depends on which one you want. Plans ziko mingi. We have up to 12,500. I think this is their most expensive package. Alafu there is also this one, 4,200. I can see kuna hii ingine pia hosting alone. So let's assume you had a domain name, like somebody has asked here, how do you maybe transfer a domain name from one place to another? So if you wanted to only buy hosting, you don't need their domain names. Kuna hii option pia, you can buy the hosting alone at 2,875 shillings. So they depend, they vary, not depend, they vary.
So is the hosting half first year free domain?
Oh yes,
or you'll pay?
some give you free domain, like this one is a free domain, comes with free domain. Okay, so I think the only time you're going to buy this is if you already own a domain name from another hosting company. So what you need is just to transfer it from that company to this hosting plan. So you just buy the hosting plan and you can transfer your domain to be hosted here. Okay. Good questions.
So this hosting is owned by Kenya or?
Yeah, I believe it's a Kenyan company. I'm not sure about, but from the look of things, I think it's a Kenyan company. I'm not so sure about that. I cannot tell. Actually, I cannot tell because they have. Let's see. They have an office, Studio House, Makasgavi Road, off Kilimani, Nairobi. So I believe they are a Kenyan company. I'm not sure. Okay. But they have a physical office if you want to look at them. Kilimani. Okay. Is a hand up? I'm Mhonja. I can see your hand is up.
Yes, I am still trying to understand all this.
Okay.
So you go back to Host Pinnacle.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I'm trying to understand. You have like many clients who need the website. So let's give it a figure like 5.
Okay.
And I'm seeing 4. I'm trying to understand the figures. So you have 5 clients and you can be able to host 4 on your plan. Is it so? So what do you do now? You have an extra client and explain after that.
Now that is a tough one. Okay. So when it comes to real life clients, these are my personal projects. That is why I'm even allowed to display them on public platforms kama TikTok. Lakini for clients I cannot do that. So kuna kitu inaitwa confidentiality. Okay. Lakini hizi ni my personal, I've just given it consent ni display. So back to your question. When a client approaches you, they want a website. What do you do? First of all, you're going to get them a fresh domain name. You're going to get them a fresh hosting package. Hawezi changanya kazi ya client fulani na fulani onto one package. Unaona, like I have done here. Zangu zote nimeziweka under one hosting plan. Unaona hivi? Not here, but hapa. Ati niko na 4 domains for my clients. These are 4 different clients under one service. It is not advised hivyo. So inakuanga better if every client can have a domain name for their own and a hosting plan for their own. Okay. Kwa sababu they pay for it actually. ni kama mtu they decide to build a house. So what do? They buy the materials. Wananunua mabati, wananunua simiti, misumari, kila kitu. So a domain name and a web hosting service, hiyo inakuanga ni kama the material for building the website. They just have to buy it. There is no plan B about it. Okay. So it is very advanced.
And do they do they advise you on which web hosting? Can they tell you to use this Host Pinnacle or another one, or do you recommend it to them?
Yeah, so it depends. If your client is tech savvy as you are, and they can tell you that no, I don't want a Host Pinnacle, kindly use TrueHost, then you're going to use TrueHost. Lakini sasa wewe as the web designer, if you know something better, you are tech savvy than them, you're going to recommend wambie Host Pinnacle, you can get a domain for as low as 500 shillings. You can get a web hosting for as low as 4,200. You see, so you advise them accordingly, kwa sababu wewe ndo the pro, you know what you're doing. Wajui ni kama umeenda kwa daktari, so the doctor ndo atakupatia the advice on what to do and what not to do. Okay. Good questions right there. Very nice. I love this class. Is there any other question before we move?
How do you ensure a web hosting company is secure to prevent maybe from hacking?
Sorry?
How do you ensure that web hosting companies guarantee security for your website to prevent hacking by some hackers?
Good question. Now, you see, under this sijui kama may list, but here it is. You see this SSL certificate. This SSL certificate is a certificate for encryption. Okay, so what it does is encrypt data on your website. So inakuprotect actually from hacking na vitu kama hizo security threats. Okay, ndio maana unaonanga on most web hosting services wanakupatia hii as a free service kwa sababu it is very important, very important for your website. Inaitwa SSL certificate. Ukipata web hosting wanakupatia something na hawaja include hii, hey, run for your life. Okay, it puts your website is it at risk ama to risk? At risk, yeah. SSL certificate. Okay, so every website huko nje is protected by an SSL certificate. Hiyo what it does is encryption. Kama umefanya data security kidogo, then you know encryption. What I mean by encryption, kama WhatsApp calls and WhatsApp chats zinakuanga encrypted end to end, meaning they are secure. Okay. Okay. Haya. Let us move next on the menu. Let us see e-commerce websites. E-commerce websites. Can somebody tell us what an e-commerce website is? What an e-commerce website is? Anybody with an idea of what an e-commerce website is, or what e-commerce is? Anybody? Let me see.
It's let's say it's a website where a business displays its products and services and pricing, and somebody can purchase them and pay them through that website, so that they can be delivered.
Yeah, that is very right. Yusuf, do you want to give it a try? Yusuf, I can see your hand is up.
Yes, it's just a business website.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you can place your products for purchases.
Yeah, exactly. So, before we even start, I want us to note these two terms. Somebody has told us that Yusuf and I'm forgetting the other guy. Is it Jafetama? Yeah. So they have told us this is where we list our products, and we can also sell our products from our website. That is actually e-commerce. So e-commerce is just electronic commerce. Okay, commerce is trade. Okay, exchange of services and goods is commerce. So if I'm buying something from you via a website, I will call that electronic commerce. So electronic shortened to E, then commerce ikabaki hivyo. So there is e-commerce. We have e-commerce. Make note of that. Alafu, we have this special, it is a special plugin if you're using it within WordPress. It is a special plugin inaitwa WooCommerce. I think most of us are familiar with what Shopify is. Okay. So WooCommerce can act as in a similar manner that Shopify does. Okay. What it does is give you a platform to create your e-commerce websites. You see, the buying and selling of goods, services on the internet. Now, WooCommerce, I want you to get the difference. E-commerce is the process of selling. Now, WooCommerce is the platform that allows you to do e-commerce. Okay, so you can either have it as a standalone platform, as in if you wanted to create a website and allow to display things, your services and goods, you can come click on WooCommerce and do your thing, start creating websites. Okay, that is one option. Lakini since we are creating websites with WordPress and we want so much customization for our shops, we are going to use it as a plugin within WordPress. Okay, so make note of it. WooCommerce. Hi. Now let us go back. Now, yesterday we talked about starter templates, and I told you that you can use starter templates for easily creating a website. So when you install it, inakupatia kila kitu, from the content to the images, structure, theme, everything. It gives you almost a complete website. Okay, so kazi yako ni kuedit tu pale hapa na pale, and your website would be done. Okay, so acha tuendelee. I hope some of you installed it. I'm going to reinstall it, lakini this time from the perspective of WooCommerce. Okay, from the perspective of WooCommerce. Okay, acha nifunge hii kwanza, hata hii tumemaliza. From the perspective of WooCommerce. So starter templates kuinstall ni hivi tu. This is what we did yesterday. We are using Elementor, so that is what we are going to use. Okay. Haya. Now, kwa wale wenye they did the assignment, tulifika hapa, si ndio? So you are to install a template. Ukisha install a template, inafaa kulete a complete website. Ni wewe kufanya some changes here and there. Okay. So we've talked about WooCommerce, okay, for creating e-commerce websites. So ukikuja hapa kwa a starter template like this one, then you're looking for e-commerce websites like online shopping. Let's see what it brings. Unaona, e-commerce inakuja na very many templates za e-commerce. So uki-install, the moment you are installing an e-commerce website on your WordPress website, ama you are using you're using a starter template under e-commerce, it is going to automatically install WooCommerce. Okay, it is going to automatically install WooCommerce. So you can either install WooCommerce as a plugin, ama unaweza install alongside an e-commerce template. Sijui kama tunapatana vizuri. Okay, this is what I mean. Acha nifungue moja hapa, so that we can look at it kwa marefu na mapana. Okay, kwa marefu na mapana. Let us open one here. Come on, open. Nice. So is it? Let us open montage media. Okay. Okay. Come on, open Bona. It's taking forever. But I wanted to show you how you can install WooCommerce as a plugin and how it looks like a plugin, or an alternative of installing it alongside an e-commerce template. Okay, an e-commerce template. Come on. Yeah. So there it is. You see, it is a plugin there. Imekuwa added. You can actually just look for it. This is how it looks like. WooCommerce. Yeah. Hey, the spellings are those. Maybe spellings nimeniweka nje. Come on. Yeah, so there it is. Okay, WooCommerce as a standalone platform, as a plugin. Okay. I think you've seen that. So we want to install it alongside a template. Kwa nini? Because coming up with structures of an e-commerce website is not easy, and it is also going to take you some time before you know how to create everything from scratch, especially when it comes to e-commerce websites. Okay, so that is why we are using a template. So wacha tutumie hii which is an e-commerce kind of template. Okay, this one. Let us install it and see how it looks like after installing it. Okay, let us install it and see how it looks like after installing. Continue. You can just pick any. Blue looks good on anything. Acha tuende na hiyo. Yeah, nice. So there goes our website. Now let us install everything kwanza. Now you see, this is what I've been talking about all the time. That when you install a template that is WooCommerce, that is an e-commerce website, it is going to automatically install WooCommerce. You see, e-commerce, not e, but WooCommerce is already checked. Okay, so I cannot uncheck that, but I can uncheck these other things that are not necessary for an e-commerce website. Okay, but let me just install them anyway because they are here. Higher. So let us continue. Hapa, no need for doing that. Just continue. Okay. So it takes some time. Before we malize. Okay. Kitu 2 minutes hivi. Kitu 2 minutes alafu itakuwa imemaliza. 2 minutes itakuwa imemaliza. Yeah, so give it some time. Sijui kama tulimiss any question. Okay, hakuna question in the comments. Yeah. Now, another thing I want you to note, just note it down. We are going to discuss it baadaye. Okay, payment integration. If you're going to sell something, then definitely there is going to be an exchange of goods, services, and money. Okay, so you're going to sell something on this website, and definitely we want to receive money in return. So that is where things like Pesapal come in. Okay, so Pesapal is just like I like calling it the Kenyan PayPal. It is an equivalent of what PayPal is, like in the Kenyan version of it. Okay, so it is a payment method. You can easily integrate it with your WordPress websites. Okay, so make note of it. We are coming to discuss that in a few moments from now. Kama bado ina nini. Now another thing, the payment method can also not work on localhost. So if you try pulling that stunt on your localhost websites, I'm sorry, I am poorly. Okay, it will not work. You need a domain name, you need a web hosting service. Okay, you need a domain name. Click here, we try again. I was installing it on, okay. I'm sorry about that. Kumbe I have been installing it on localhost. Na nimefunga localhost thinking that I'm using a live website. But anyway, let me just open it again. I hope I interrupt na kila kitu tuanze tena start. Also start. Nice, thank you. What have I done? Okay. Tumeanza. Kumbe we've been on localhost. Yangu, okay. I'm sorry. Wacha tuanze tena basi. I mean, we can just proceed with this one. Because also this was a template, an e-commerce template. This was an e-commerce template. After I installed it, of course, I used Elementor to customize it to my liking. The colors, the text, the images, and I had to customize it to my liking. So whatever is happening here, the end result should give us something like this. Lakini sasa itakuwa different in a way that okay, zitafanana detail to detail because hii nili-edit, lakini basically it is the same thing. Okay, so now that we know that, okay, acha to install, lakini acha tuendelee. Now, after you've installed it, I told you that it comes with the WooCommerce website, okay? Not website, but plugin, the WooCommerce plugin. So let us discuss WooCommerce, okay? As you can see, my products are priced in Kenya shillings. So how do you change that? Because by default, these products come labeled with the dollar sign, okay? So there's a way you can change that by accessing the plugin on your dashboard, WooCommerce, then going to settings. Okay, now this is where the magic happens. Okay, this is where the magic happens. So if you live in Kenya, you want to make these general settings. If you live in Uganda, whatever part of the world, this is where the magic happens. This is where you set pricing, currency, locations where you want to sell, vitu kama hizo. See, like mine, I'm selling from Garissa in Kenya, and my currency, where is currency? You see, there's Kenya shillings here. But if I decided to price my products using any other currency, I can easily just pick it, alafu my products will, for example, nikika USD, oh yeah, there it is. If I saved and went back to my products, they should be priced in USD, okay? Yeah, they should be priced in USD. They should be priced, you see the dollar sign. So that is where the magic happens. Now, this is where you maintain, this is where you, let's say maintain your shop, okay, under the WooCommerce plugin. So there are very many things. Maybe you could be asking yourself, how did you add the products? Okay, how did you add the products na kila kitu? So WooCommerce, where is it? WooCommerce, there it is. We're going under settings. Let us look at settings kwanza. So I want to change it back to Kenya shillings. You can play around with it depending on the kind of business you're running. So I want to change it back to Kenya shillings. Yes, that is it. Yeah. Then save. Okay. Very nice. Now under WooCommerce, there is also another thing in it, or products. Okay, here it is. So products is whatever thing you're selling. Kitu yoyote ile you are selling. Okay, so to see whatever is in your store already, you come under products, all products. No. This store has a problem. If I go heavy, but anyway, I hope to. And come on, there's a plugin that broke somewhere. There's a plugin broke somewhere, so we need to fix that. Naona inakaa venye nataka, but anyway, to add a product, that is where you add it from. Under your WooCommerce products, add a product. Now, adding product is as simple as setting prices, uploading images, describing it. For example, we can add let's say, a web design made easy. For example, if I wanted to sell my notes, let's say web design made easy. Hey, what am I doing? Web design made easy. Okay, so I'm selling digital products. Let's say class of June. Okay, class of June. That is the description. I can give it any kind of description. What else can I add? So the pricing, regular pricing, let's say ilikuwa inaenda for 1,000, but now it is going for like 950. Okay. What else can we add? The image. Oh, we have to upload. Actually, we have to upload the actual product. Okay, kama ni something downloadable, I'm going to check that I'm going to click on that and also that. Kama sio something that is downloadable, I'm going to upload an image. There should be somewhere here. Where is it? There should be a place here where you okay, I'll have to save Kwanza. But anyway, there's a place after you've published, you're supposed to upload an image, okay? Kwa sababu huwezi upload a physical thing on your website, you just upload an image. Ukimaliza, we are saving. Acha nifanye hivi kwanza. Now we are saving. Update by, okay. Publish tulisema ni save, okay? So I'm saving. Publish. So itakuwa na image lakini itakuwa added. I'm sure itakuwa added to our list of products pale juu. Okay. Our list of products on our website. Nikirudi back to my website, we should see something like web design made easy. Okay. Web design made easy. Yeah, you see, there it is. It has been added. It was 1,000 shillings, but now I'm selling it for 950 shillings. So that is how you add products to your websites. As easy as that. So niki-upload an image, si mtu anaweza kuja aone, just like these other ones. Take it to cart, download after they've paid it. Okay. Now, what else? What else can I emphasize under WooCommerce? Let me see. Payment method. Okay. So, just a few moments ago, I introduced this TikTok. Waikubali mama ninunue pesa. Wataniambia I'm violating their rule. So, a payment method. If you're going to sell something, of course, we're going to receive money. Okay, so how do we do that? First of all, we are going to integrate it with a payment method such as Pesapal, such as Interpay, and many other payment methods. Lakini since we are in Kenya and we are selling Kenyan goods, let us use Pesapal right now. Okay, so first of all, if it's a business, you'll have to create a business account with Pesapal. If you're using it for personal use, like mine, this is my personal business, I'm going to create an account, a personal account. Okay. Now, after I have created an account, they are going to give me something. They're going to give me a consumer key and API key. Okay. These are very important. Very, very important. Acha turudi back. I want sasa ndio inamaliza leo. Tushafika penye tunaenda. Now, let us go back to WooCommerce. So what I'm doing, I'm showing you guys how to integrate a payment method with your WooCommerce websites. Mtu akikuja, they can pay you easily. My TikTok ninjas, I'm sorry, I cannot show you this kwa sababu ya TikTok violations. So we are under WooCommerce. It is under WooCommerce. Is it settings? Yes, WooCommerce settings. Now you see where payments is. This section of payments. That is where we want to go. Okay. That is where we want to go. Now you see these are other payment methods. Kuna kama PayPal. We have PayPal, Stripe, Alipay. EO, which word is this? WeChat, SEPA, Pesapal. Now, Pesapal is the one I'm using. Okay, so Pesapal is actually a plugin. It also comes as a plugin. You install it just like any other plugin. Lakini, I want you to notice this, that if you go to your plugins, how you install your plugins, ukitafuta Pesapal, you will not get it. Okay. I don't know why the developers removed it from this list. Kitambo ilikuanga, but these days they removed it. So what do you do? Since it is not here? What you're going to do, you come here, a new browser, look for Pesapal plugin. Okay, it is a plugin we are going to download. It is a plugin we are going to download. Now this is also another way. Where is it? Wacha nisiongelele hiyo kwanza. I'll talk about it later. Sitaki niwachanganye na hiyo. Okay. So we are going to download manually and upload it. It is a plugin we are downloading. Okay. Download from developer portal. Open this Pesapal. Okay, I think it is under official Pesapal. Download plugins. Yeah, you see. So we have Pesapal for WooCommerce. See, we have been dealing with WooCommerce ever since we started the class. So that is what we want. Download it. Niki download. There it is downloading. Shamaliza. So it was the Bunch KE Pesapal plugin. Okay. Now, how do we upload it? We upload ni hapa. You see this plugin. Sasa hatuta search here. We are going to upload it manually. Okay. Choose file. Alafu, this is it. The Bunch KE Pesapal WooCommerce. Sasa yangu see, I already have it. I'm not going to redo it. It is a cause a crash on my website. So I will not upload it. But essentially that is how you do it. Choose, click on it, alafu open, ita install, na itakuwa among your plugins. Okay. Now, ukisha install that plugin, you're going back to WooCommerce under settings. WooCommerce under settings. Unakuja kwa payments. Okay. Kwa payments, very important. Very, very important. Very, very important. Very, very important. Now, ukisha install itakuwa added to this list of payment methods zenye ziko. Unaona like mine sasa imekuja to the very bottom, Pesapal. Okay. Now, how do we integrate it with our website so that we can receive money from this website once clients wananunua? So this is how you do it. After you've created either business or personal account on Pesapal, they are going to send you 2 credentials. Okay, they are going to send you 2 credentials, and these credentials are very important. Ni kama unique identity IDs for your website and who you are. Okay, so ukifungua okay, acha nirudi back one step. You see, we installed the plugin KE the Bunch for WooCommerce plugin Pesapal. This is how it looks like. So unaona like these ones are inactive. Lakini sasa to make it active lazima umanage. Okay? Nikikuja kwa Pesapal manage, this is what is going to happen. So the most important thing here is first you're going to enable it by checking that box. Ukisha enable it, you scroll down. The next 2 important things ni hizi mbili. Okay? Consumer key and the consumer secret. Okay, now where do you get this? After you've created your website, not your website, your account. You may create your account na Pesapal. You have logged in. For example, your username, your password, umemaliza. Once you have logged into that account, Pesapal is going to send you an email. Okay, so in that email, this is what is going to be contained in that email: your consumer key, and number 2, your consumer secret. Now from that email, you just copy and paste it. Copy na una paste pale. You copy and you paste pale. Ukimaliza, you are saving. Okay. So first of all, create an account, either business or personal. Log into that account. Ukisha log in, they are going to send you an email. That email is going to contain these 2 information. Okay. So make sure you're using your legit information. Kama ni email address yako, you're using the correct email address. Hivyo. Yeah, so ukisha connect hivyo, you click on save so that when somebody comes on your website and they decide, now I'm going to buy from this guy, okay, I'm going to buy from this Kamjama, and they can come to resources. Kishamaliza hivyo, the payment method ya Pesapal inakaa kitu kama hii. Let me show you. Let's say we are buying this one, the proxy one. Let's assume we are buying the proxy one. Add to. Do we have anything in cart? Oh, we have something in cart. Acha to check out basi. Yeah, let us just check out directly. Okay, hivyo. I can enter my details, maybe my phone number, my email address, where to locate me, blah, blah, blah. Just like in any other e-commerce website. Place order. Place order. Yeah, so come on. Load, mbio. Load mbio. It has decided to take its time, ample time. Wow, okay. Hey, come on, man. What is up? Reload. Yeah, but anyway, that is how it is done. So it's supposed to give us the payment methods, the payment options tunaweza kuwa nazo. Like M-Pesa, you can pay via M-Pesa, you can pay via the red company inaitwaje, Airtel Money. You can pay via Airtel Money, you can pay via Visa, you can also pay via, they have a special e-wallet. Pesapal has a special e-wallet inaitwa, is it Pesapal, kitu kama hiyo. Yeah, this one, e-wallet Pesapal. Okay, so you see, I can pay via M-Pesa, Airtel, Visa, whatever. Now, that is the beauty of using this Pesapal payment method. Okay, so client akikuja, assuming they are me, let me put in my number, alafu click on proceed. It is going to send a message on my phone prompting me to pay. So if I pay, acha tuone kama message itaingia. Should. Proceed payment, click proceed. Okay. The payment order is being processed. You will receive an SMS, email as soon as the payment is completed. Okay. Payment. Nimekataa kutuma my push. Niko on DND so that somebody does not call me when I'm live. Nimeka flight mode on my side, so message haitakuja kwa sababu I'm also live on TikTok. Nilikuwa na avoid calls. Okay, but anyway, it sends a message to your phone. You as the client. Okay. Haya, maswali. Mohonja, yes.
Question. On the what, your website, the amount that you were putting, so it was in Kenya shilling and you changed it to USD.
Yeah.
So can you also decide to have both options?
Both options for you can. No? You actually can, depending on the visitor. Kwa sababu unaweza pata somebody coming from Nigeria, they want to buy something from you, or something from somebody from the US, they want to buy something from you. So there's a plugin. Your plugin, inaitwaje your plugin? Do I know the name of it? But there's a plugin, you can actually fix it. You can. There's a plugin for it. Is it multi-currency? Sikumbuki the name of it, nilitumia kitambo. A plugin is the, acha tuone kama we can find one. Ni currency switcher actually. Yeah, I think I remember. Currency, is it switch? For WooCommerce. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so ukiinstall hii unaweza a client from maybe Nigeria, United States, mali popote penye yako, they can switch to their currency. Alafu it also converts to real time. Kama the dollar is going for 126 na uko in Kenya, inaenda kuconvert, itakupigia hesabu, alafu ina price that product according to the exchange rate, current exchange rate. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Does it affect the payment method, or you'll still use the one that you have already?
If you're using Pesapal, I don't see if it can affect, kwa sababu or is it, acha turudi nyuma to our website. Unaona Pesapal inakuja na like visa, and visa can be used from any country out there. Visa inaweza lipa kitu yoyote anywhere in the world. You can use visa for payment. Unless you can also integrate you can also integrate PayPal for your international clients. The procedure ni ile ile tu. Ya kuintegrate. They are going to send you consumer key and secret key from PayPal. Okay, so unaweza kuwa na 2 payment methods, lakini Pesapal inakusort. Iko na mpaka visa. That is for your international clients. Okay. For your international clients. That's a very good question. Eye opener. What are the other causes of crashing a website apart from identical plugins? Crashing, most of them inakuanga updates. Maybe, okay, unaona, maybe we'll install something like Elementor, we'll install a different version from your theme. So Elementor ili upload, okay, ili update, and your theme bado imebaki nyuma. So unaona kuna kuwa na conflict. So you want to move, kama you're upgrading, if you're updating Elementor, you also want to update every other thing that is related to it. Okay, so ndo kusikuwe na hiyo conflict of updates. Most of the time inakuanga plugins na updates. Okay. Yeah, you see, so we have Visa and American whatever. So you can do your thing. I think with M-Pesa Global Pay, hata pia you can do it with M-Pesa Global Pay kama kunayo. For your international clients, tumia Visa. Ama kama you think PayPal is good for them, also integrate PayPal. Okay. Hi. I think tumemaliza class. Let me stop this recording.